Hello, Scorpios. Thanks so much for joining me today. We're going to start with singles and then we'll roll right into my couples. We're going to do general love, whatever energy is most prevalent for you. Be sure you like and subscribe. Leave your questions and comments down below. You never know, you might be the Scorpio who gets the free one card reading in the comments section, but you have to be, be subscribed and, leave a question or comment in order for that to happen. All right, let's go, Scorpios. Singles. We're starting out with the sun, a brand new beginning. We have some of our Scorpio singles finding out that they're pregnant or finding out that potentially someone they're dating, they have gotten them pregnant. We see new beginnings, births, new starts. We see Scorpios focusing on childhood, healing childhood wounds, moving forward from childhood traumas and pains. We see a heavy interest on new beginnings, new births, new projects, new starts, and you just moving forward with enthusiasm for the new beginning, the new change, the new cycle that's starting this spring for you. Um, Singles out there, I know a lot of Scorpios have been going through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of challenges. So this is a great energy to see you just bursting free, feeling young and youthful, feeling a burst of energy and life, and abundance coming in, new starts, abundant, prosperous new starts after some rocky times. We see brightness and sun and just awesomeness radiating down on this child, this innocence, this joy coming back to life. We see you feeling more grounded right now for my Scorpios. We see you reminiscing potentially about an earth sign from the past or an earth sign from the past, reminiscing about you, reminiscing about when times were good, when times were stable and fortunate, and learning a lot from the experience, you teaching that person a lot, and vice versa, you learning a lot from having been in a relationship or dated or known this person, or worked with this person. So we see you having fond memories of an earth sign, someone potentially a female earth sign, more female dominant energy earth sign, someone from your past, thinking about the foundation that you once had or the foundation you wanted to grow with this person, potentially thinking about a new beginning that you would like with this person. So we see you focusing on building a stable ground, learning more, researching. We see you having a heavy influence on children or things that have happened in your childhood, spending time with children in your family, bringing in new children into the family, celebrating children, celebrating life, and again, just learning new things. We see you reading and just taking time to learn. We see you feeling very abundant now, feeling successful for my singles out there, feeling like you can celebrate and have joy. But also for those of you who are reminiscing on this earth sign from the past, there could have been a really abundant situation at one point that could have turned into a three-party situation or got a little out of control. So now you're kind of ruminating on that situation for my Scorpios out there and wondering if that's a situation you can have success and abundance in again and potentially bring that back to fruition. But wanting new abundant starts, wanting to have earthly grounded energy, feel grounded in your choices, and enjoy your life and just have fun. We see you celebrating during this time, going out with colleagues, family, friends, and places where you can get out during this time, having small gatherings, celebrating potential raises, promotions, retirements, birthdays, anniversaries, things of that nature, childbirths, um, people coming home. Uh, we see people just celebrating the abundance that you've worked for my singles out there. And again, a heavy emphasis on a fire sign energy or a earth sign energy that you're ruminating on or could be ruminating on you, potentially coming in. You could see a new start during this time with an earth sign or a fire sign that you might be interested in some way romantically or professionally. So this is a nod from the universe when we see the Four of Cups. It's having so much we don't know what to do with it, having so much abundance, having so much time that we don't really know what to do with it, that we're more than willing to just kick over the cups and go pour another one, let it sit and spoil. So this is the universe saying, be grateful for what all that you have. Make sure that you've given of your time and your energy to others who are less fortunate, and that you're grateful for what you have, and that you express gratitude by paying it forward and doing good karma so that all these abundance can flow with ease into your life without restriction, without headache, and potentially this earth sign or fire sign that you want a beginning with or a new beginning with might find those things attractive. Being a giving person, um, being a go-getter, not being lackadaisical, not being lazy. So this is kind of the universe saying, don't get too comfortable in your romantic situations. Always be willing to give equally, and don't get too comfortable in your abundance. What's given can always be taken, but make sure that you're giving as well as you're receiving, you know? So for my singles out there, your reading just has heavily to do with love. Many of my singles out there are finding out that they will be a father or a mother very soon, finding out that their children will be a father or mother very soon. You'll be going to wedding celebrations. You're trying to make decisions about love related things, the things that you love in your life, who you love in your life, past relationships, new relationships. We see some of our single Scorpios out there potentially going into a relationship or considering marriage at this point. We see some of you guys have ended a relationship or marriage, potentially potentially, possibly due to a third-party situation or some form of an interference, and you thinking about that union and wanting to potentially bring that back or bring in some new love. But we see the universe is supporting you in your new beginnings. For my Scorpio singles out there, the universe is saying you have the sun coming out during this period. So this is an amazing time for prosperous new beginnings in love, life, and finances. So pursue your dreams, pursue your goals. If there's somebody you're interested in, the only way you're going to know if they're interested in you is to speak up, right? So for my Scorpio singles out there, this looks like a really great, really, really great financial period that you're coming into, and also a really great abundant period for things that you might find prosperous and things that you love. Those things will be going well. Projects will be going well. Things that you've started will be going well. So that's amazing to see. We see the King of Spring here. So again, we have another nod to your finances being absolutely incredible during this time. For my Scorpio singles, we see you coming across some unexpected money, maybe a refund of something that you overpaid, finding some money, gambling, lottery winnings. We see tax returns coming in for your overpayment of your taxes throughout the year. We see your stimulus check coming in. We see promotions, bonuses, raises. Those of you who may have been looking for higher paying employment or employment at all, we see these things coming to fruition. We see financial assistance coming in the form of something that allow you to make some positive changes in your life, especially if you use this energy and this money wisely and you do some charity and pay it forward. The universe always blesses those movements and that type of energy, you know. And we see the King of Summer coming up again. A lot of my Scorpios are going to have a hell of a lot of money coming in. You're going to have options in love. You're going to be able to pick and choose here, or vice versa. You're going to find a lot of interest in you, or you have a lot of interest in different people. Again, we have fire and earth presenting a lot here as far as new energies coming in. Presenting for you females out there in their kingly state, in their most high vibrational state of their own energy. So again, for my singles out there, ladies, you have a couple of guys who have their eyes on you. You might have a fire sign or earth sign that has their eye on you from the past, or you may have your eyes on someone from the past who has fire or earth in their chart or in their placement somewhere, or these could be two new potentials coming in, giving you a choice with the lovers here that we see here, and you may have to choose between two potential love offers or two potential things that you love. But we see this being a very luxurious time for my Scorpio singles out there. Hard work paying off. So make sure that you trust your intuition. Don't second guess yourself during this time. Whatever your intuition, your gut is telling you to do, and if you need a little bit more insight or clarity or help with Reiki, aligning your chakras so you can connect with your crown and your third eye to kind of make the best decision for you, go ahead and book a session with me. Leave your questions and comments down below. You never know, you might be the person who gets the free reading, one card reading. But again, trust yourself, trust your intuition. Keep the negativity away from you. Keep your energy clear, Scorpios. Make sure you're doing protective things. So you're returning to sender any negative that's sent your way, because the universe says you have abundant, prosperous new starts in love, potentially for those of you who are open to it, someone from the past And even if you're not open to someone from the past, we see two new energies trying to enter your life in an abundant, prosperous way. We see you having an overflow of cash and money to spend during this time to enjoy. So make sure you're paying yourself and you're setting a firm foundation for your future with these monies that are going to come in, Scorpio, because a lot of your readings have been very challenging lately. So to see this of prosperity and abundance after the ups and downs that you have, it seems great. A lot of you guys have been on a long journey of self-discovery for a couple of years. You may have had a situation end that thrust you into the dark night of the soul and made you do some spiritual work, some shadow work. And we see you starting on a brand new path, feeling lighter, feeling like you know yourself better, like you're ready for the journey ahead. And this next cycle is going to be a much more positive cycle for the next couple of years. So a lot of my Scorpios are going to find themselves coming into union with a soulmate or a twin flame. If you happen to be one of the chosen that have a twin flame out there, we see you going into commitments if you're open for that. Very abundant, prosperous new starts, taking a new path in life, getting yourself back on the right path, the path you should be on for your abundance and growth. And we see that 8 there, that 3 and the 5 breaking down to an 8, and it's denoting prosperity and stability. And 8 is a great number for financial. So a lot of you have grown up during this time period of taking these challenges over the past couple of years. It's matured you quite significantly. And for my singles out there, my women, again, you guys are, many of you are going to have a choice in love. You're going to have a couple of mature guys coming in, very worldly, smart, traveled, professional men coming in who express interest in you. And you may find yourself being attracted to this sort of a man or figure in your life. This long road has taught you to value yourself and what you do and do not want out of relationships. For many of my singles out there, and it looks like all that hard work is paying off. You have luxuries, new starts, beginnings. You're hearing about births. You're hearing about grandchildren. You're hearing about pregnancies. You're hearing about finances improving significantly. You're hearing about jobs, new starts, new classes, new routines, just new beginnings that are very, very abundant and prosperous. You've been educating yourself and teaching yourself and growing over the past couple of years, Scorpio, and all that effort is going to pay off very, very soon. So it says, Princess of the Autumn Harvest. Princess of the Autumn Harvest brings gifts of bounty and blessings for efforts and actions of the past. What did I just say, Scorpio? It is a time when the fruits of your labors is ripe for the picking. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. With gratitude in your heart, you will recognize the blessing when it comes to you, and it will serve you perfectly. Be open to receive it, knowing it's justly deserved. So Scorpios, a lot of you have been doing soul work. A lot of you had situations, again, that put you in the dark night of the soul over the past couple of years and caused you to reevaluate many things that have happened to you in your life, situations you've been in, relationships you've been in, and it's caused you to change, grow, and mature. And as a result of that, we see a lot of positivity coming in from our Scorpios out there who are single, recently single. We see new love wanting to come in, or at least the offer of such to get to know somebody. We see new offers, abundant, prosperous, very prosperous new beginnings. And just be cautious and aware and make sure that you're protecting your energy so you can anchor in all these great things. And it looks like a lot of you Scorpios are going to be experiencing really significant abundance starting in the spring, and it's going to carry you at least through autumn. So make sure you use these resources wisely and you're paying it forward so you can continue that cycle of positive karma and continue to have the wheel of fortune move in your favor. And you're doing good deeds and good things will come to you as a result. So we're going to move on to our Scorpios who are in relationships right now. Scorpios who are married, who are coupled, who are living together, who have been dating long term, who are committed to one another. We're going to move on to those Scorpios now. So make sure you watch the whole video though, because what we see in my readings is that the couples and singles energy flows together. You might get some information from the couples that a single needs and vice versa. Scorpios, make sure your thumbs up and you're liking this. If you're trying to usher in that new love, you're trying to bring in all this prosperity, I really appreciate you spending your time with me today. It takes quite a while to do all the videos, as many of you know, so I usually have to do it after work or spend my almost my whole weekend getting a set of videos out for you guys. So I really appreciate the thumbs up. Oh, and don't forget to go to my homepage and follow me on my other social media pages. You're going to see that I'll be doing fun little things on each of my outlets. They might offer a little something different, particularly for OnlyFans and for my Patreon subscribers. Gonna have some new bundles, deals rolling out for your readings. So let's go to our Scorpios who are coupled, engaged, married, living together in long-term relationships. Let's see what's happening for my Scorpios. First 2 weeks of April. Okay, Scorpios and couples, we see new starts. We see the universe saying, don't be afraid. We are supporting you. You have angelic guidance. You have a loyal companion with you to support you in your new beginnings in your relationship. So don't be afraid to take a new start. Just make sure you do the research. You feel confident. You've manifested, and you put your trust and faith in things. And this is how we manifest. If you come with doubt, things don't manifest properly. You have to put your faith and allow the manifestation to work. So the universe is saying, we're here to support this new start for you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, these passionate new beginnings that you want to begin. For my Scorpios out there that are coupled or being supported by the universe, and the universe saying this is go time, this is time for the change. They've cleared the path and cleared the way for this new beginning for you guys, whether that be in life, love, a move, a new employment, someone going back to school or taking classes, just a new change, a new day for my couples out there, my Scorpios, feeling brand new, feeling grounded, taking time to get to know yourself, do some research, communicate with your spouse about things that can potentially bring in prosperity, about how you can learn more about each other and teach each other. Many of my Scorpios out there, again, repeating energy from the singles. Many of you are thinking about children, having children. Many of you are finding out that the person you are in a relationship with is pregnant, or you are coming to find out that you are pregnant. Many of you are hearing about birth announcements around you. You have children in your family you'll be spending time with along this time. Many of you couples are reminiscing on when you first met and how good those times were, and enjoying how much you enjoyed those times together. Many of you may have met when you were quite young or youthful or just more immature than you are now, and you're looking back on life saying, wow, look at how we've grown. Look at this new start. Look at this new day. Look at our supported new path to grow and love, and look at where we started as opposed to where we are now. So we see a lot of change. We see a lot of emotions right now for my Scorpios. We see a lot of nostalgia for my Scorpios. Contemplating and their emotions, their pain, the circumstances you've gone through to make you the man or woman who you are today. How did you get to this relationship? How did you get to this point in your life? We see a lot of our Scorpios doing some deep introspective thinking and really trying to connect with their inner self and their higher self. If you need some help with these things, you need some help aligning your chakras and some Reiki or some clarity, go ahead and book a reading, or leave a comment or question down below. You never know, you might be the person that get the one card reading. But for my Scorpios out there, we see you really taking time to get to know self. Some of you are actually literally in therapy. You're in couples counseling and things, trying to reconnect with your partner, reconnect to grounding energy, and be more emotional and vulnerable with each other and be more expressive, because we see one or both of you in a hermit mode type energy. Again, a lot of introspective, a lot of deep diving into your soul. We see some of my Scorpios were in a relationship with someone of a Virgo sign or earth sign, and really thinking back to that person and how awesome that person was, and it makes you emotional and you want to new start with this person. For those of you who may be disconnected right now or maybe in separation from this person and you were coupled or were in a committed relationship, but we see this energy being off on their own, being very introspective, almost secretive, uh, um, and we see this making the Scorpio very emotional, wanting to know if there's something they could have changed, or if there's something they need to change. So we see you doing a lot of spiritual work for those of you Scorpios who are in a relationship right now, potentially coupled with a Virgo. Um, who might be a little closed off or doing their own spiritual work right now. So we see you trying to open the lines of emotion and open the lines of communication again, and reconnect with this energy and wanting a fresh new start and things to go back to kind of good time and how they used to be for my Scorpios out there. So we see the Princess of Winter. We see a little bit of research. We see somebody being very intuitive right now, reaching and tapping into their spiritual side and their higher side, asking their ancestors and their guides for assistance in this matter and this relationship. For many of you Scorpios who might be in separation, temporary or long term, from an earth sign energy, really seemingly wanting this person back, or this person wanting you back. This person could be very intuitive or psychic, or you could be very intuitive or psychic. But I'm seeing a lot of emotion coming from your side for my Scorpios out there, in regards to this relationship and trying to resolve any issues that you potentially might have had, and seeing what you could do to regain a new start or firm footing with this relationship. Okay, so the universe is saying, just go for it. Go for it. Use your manifestation powers. Use your abilities. Believe in yourself. Trust that you've grown and you've made changes. Don't confuse yourself allowing outside people to tell you that your intuition or your gut is incorrect. Make sure you're making your own decisions. This is your life to live. No one has to live with the ramifications and the results of your actions but you. So if you want something, you got to have the confidence to go for it. For my Scorpios out there who are coupled, if you want to rebuild your relationship, if you want to go to counseling, if you want to try to rebuild a firm foundation with your spouse, talk to your spouse about these things so that you can help facilitate the manifestation and move it forward. It never hurts to ask. Always be confident in yourself, and try not to let non-emotional situations become emotional, and make sure you're speaking with honesty, truth, and being diplomatic and being fair. And if you are having trouble again connecting with your higher self, you need some help with alignment, there are tools online you can use to help spiritually align yourself, from Palo Alto, Sage, listening to high frequency music. If you need Reiki, I provide Reiki sessions. If you need a reading, I provide readings. But make sure that you're not bringing emotion into unemotional things, that you're being diplomatic, and that you're being truthful and honest in these situations. When you're speaking to your spouse with the same respect and love that you would like for them to show to you. For my Scorpios out there in relationships that have had a little ups and downs, you're kind of wanting a new start. I see a lot of new starts for Scorpios in relationships right now. New beginnings, introspective period, spending a lot of time when you're coming out of the dark night of the soul, or doing shadow work, or just being very introspective, trying to connect with your higher self, your guides, and the universe, and try to figure out how you can right some wrongs, how you can correct some situations, how you can work to make yourself a better person, how you can work on your triggers, and being more understanding so that you get those energies in return from our Scorpios out there in relationships. All right, Scorpio. So we see distant horizons. We see you've been working on things for quite a long time. Uh, but we see you, the 3 and the 6, coming together to make a 9, and you're almost there. You're almost at completion. The universe is saying, don't procrastinate. Don't hesitate with this 7 here. This 7 of summer. It's saying be diplomatic. Reach out if you need to. Get in touch with your higher self. Try to ground yourself, because we see this is often these thoughts, these emotions, these feelings, these circumstances are off in the clouds. Anchor yourself to the earth, ground your energy, and help bring into fruition your manifestations, and make them move a little faster so they won't be so far off in the distance. We can put things off by a lack of belief, a lack of trust in ourselves, a lack of trust in the universe. And the universe is saying, look, your all these efforts are going to come with rewards. All of you who are putting work into growing as a human being and being a better woman, being a better man. Yes, it takes time to grow. Yes, it takes time to heal, but it's going to come with amazing rewards at the end of the day for my Scorpios out there that are coupled. So, yes, your relationship, your marriage, your situation may have been filled with ups and downs, ebbs and flows, but but you get rewarded in the end for all your hard work and the efforts that you've put into being a great person, being a great spouse, being a great boyfriend or girlfriend. Universe is saying trust yourself, trust your intuition. If you're having trouble doing that, align your energies, ground your energies, reach out to a practitioner such as myself or someone else who you trust to give you Reiki and give you assistance during these times where you may need a little extra guidance and you may need a little bit extra understanding on circumstances and why things happen in the universe. And do any research you can to figure out the answers to your questions and be willing to listen to your higher self and the information that comes through. And also for my Scorpios out there, I just want to say, make sure you're paying attention to your dreams as well during this time period. Okay, so we're wrapping up for our Scorpios with the Tao. The Tao is always flowing, always nourishing life into creation, always presenting steps and solutions, and always reminding us that we are perfect in this moment. You're being guided to relax and allow life to flow. Feel the joy of release and the wonder of how easy life can be when we let go of fear and control. So, Scorpio, these situations that are happening in our life, we should not be trying to manipulate and control. Work on your manifestations and allow them to come. Work on your truth, your honesty, your triggers, and just let life flow because life wants to flow some really amazing things into you and for your relationship. And we don't want to allow our doubt, our confusion, and worldly things to block the blessings that we have coming in for us during this time period, Scorpios. We see this being a really good time period for Scorpios who are single or in relationships, wanting to reconnect, wanting to work on themselves spiritually, their relationships, their emotions and things of that nature. We see this being a great abundant time for um, Scorpios to reconnect with people from the past, potential earth signs, family, friends that you've been reminiscing on. And we see this as a great time to work on self-spirituality and your own growth. So Scorpios, if you're vibing with me, I really appreciate your thumbs up um, and your comments and your likes and your shares. Thank you so much. I'm Bri. I'll be back soon.